Well, hello Year 4. Our theme is why is Manchester such a cool place to live? And I'm going to be showing you why it is. I'm on the Fallowfield Loop today and we're going to be doing something very special indeed involving this. It is a trolley of some sort. Perhaps you can work out why we are using this trolley. So Year 4, we're on the Fallowfield Loop. It is an old railway line, in fact. It was filled in 1988 and it's now just a public pathway that you can walk on and you can just enjoy yourself, such as my son up there in the trees. Not sure if you can see him, but he's swinging on something. Anyway, we're looking for logs, and the reason we're looking for logs is because, well, why buy wood from the shop if you can get it for free on this pathway? And this path is full of logs. So let's be good to the environment and recycle the stuff we already have. And hey, guess what? That's exactly what this trolley's for. So let's enjoy this mission. Okay, so as part of our maths lesson, we've managed to find this brilliant, massive long log. It's about 3 meters long, and later we're going to put it in a bar chart. And I just want you to have a look how massive this log is. There we are. Now, if you come closer, you'll be able to see here at this end of the log, it's quite rotten. So we can't conserve that part, but we can conserve the rest of it. So we're going to chop this part off. Okay guys, so if you look at this part of the log here, we don't need it, it's a bit rotten. So to make things just a bit lighter, we're going to chop it off. So here we go. Just chop through that. And then we can take this back. And it's so rotten it'll probably snap off at this point anyway. And this is how you're good to Manchester. Keep Manchester a cool place. Always recycle whatever you can. It's going. There we are. So if you come closer here, this part is really good to use. You can use that part. So the log was about 3 meters long. Now it's probably something like 2.6 meters. So here we are on the way home. This thing is good for transporting children as well as logs. And we're nearly there. Just getting a bit stuck in the mud here. But let's give us a push. Off he goes. Okay, Year 4, we're back in the garden. We've managed to bring the log home, but unfortunately when I dropped the log, this bit here snapped off. So the log is now just a bit shorter. Okay, Year 4, so what I want you to do now is tell me how long this log was in a bar chart before I sawed a little bit off, okay? That's the first job. The next job, in that same bar chart, you're going to show me how long the log was after I'd sawed a little bit off, and then how long the log was when I dropped it and I broke this part here. So all of that is going to go into a bar chart, and good luck.
Okay, year four. So this bar chart shows us how long each log was in centimeters. Can you see on the y-axis it goes up in hundreds? Yeah, so log one was 320 centimeters. That was before we cut a bit off. Then log two, um, it was then 260 centimeters, and that's after we had cut some off. And then log three is when I dropped it, and it, some broke off, so it was then only 240 centimeters.
Okay, year four, this is task number 2. I want you to put in a bar chart the length of each of these logs. And by the way, we've decided to use this log here, the one that we got, for part of this pyramid climbing frame. So the log number 1, its length is 213 centimeters. We'll call this one log number 2. Log number 2, its length is all the way up here. I'm going to have to climb at this point without banging my head. I can't measure log number 2, so I think what I'm going to do is measure it off camera and then put all of the length of each log into a table, and you put it into a bar chart. So come over here. This is log number 3. I'm going to measure this one for you. I'll put it into a table. And over here is log number 4. Just this one here. All those logs are going to go into a bar chart. And in fact, we'll call this one here, the horizontal log, we'll call it log number 5. Okay? And that one is actually the longest one. So all of those lengths, I'll put them into a table. You put them into a bar chart for me. Well done.
So year four, these are the lengths of the logs that I've just showed you on the climbing frame. So what you need to do is put this information into a bar chart for me. So have log 1, log 2, log 3, etc. at the bottom on the x-axis, and on the y-axis show each length. And here's a bit of a tip: go up in 50s this time. So go 0, 50, 100, 150, and so on, until you get past the longest length.